Snoopy's here with me again. Thanks for being here, buddy.
No probs. Glad to be back.
And we're going to have skill difference taking on EG. EG just coming off their victory over Quantic in a pretty decisive manner, I would say. So they're looking pretty strong going into the second game, but we just had a few words before I came back live, and you think that skill difference has the ability to take a game off of EG, so I'm definitely excited to see that.
Yeah, it's all gonna come down to the drafting, really. If the later get their lineup, they definitely have a shot.
All right, well, we're just going to not waste any time at all. Going to get the game underway. EG taking on skill difference. Skill difference will be the Radiant side for those of you who aren't familiar. And EG is going to be playing Dire. EG still using a ringer. Again, it's going to be Tides of Time playing in this second game back-to-back. EG looking to make a 2-0 victory for the day in the Prodota2 World League tournament for the American bracket. Some people in the chat saying things that don't make any sense. It's okay. I still forgive you, Azermat. It's okay, buddy. I'll give you a hug after the stream's over.
They don't make sense? I thought I don't make sense, man.
Well, sometimes you don't, but we forgive you because you're Australian. I think that's kind of just to be expected, but no, obviously that's not the case. But we are going to get the game underway here. Everybody loaded in a timely fashion, and bans and picks are out. So what do you think, man? You seem to know actually more about skill difference than I do, so do you know any particular strategies they might be employing here?
Depending on the ban, I think they're gonna get rid of Lesh and leave the pool wide open. They definitely like the team fighting compositions,
Mm-hmm.
so they're looking to get that.
I would definitely like to watch that, comparative to the last game that we saw, right?
Yeah, but that's what happens when you don't run a full 5-team fight composition. You just play it really lame and win the game. But in the end, a win's a win. Doesn't matter how you win it, whether it be cheesy, lame, you know.
Yeah, I
As
mean, a
long as
win's
you
a
play
win,
it smart.
obviously. I'm not saying that
Yeah.
they did anything wrong by picking that kind of composition. I'm just saying for the viewer's sake, it is always more exciting to watch a game with a lot of kills than it is to watch something that doesn't have a lot of kills.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you look at it in the China's perspective, they would say that's definitely a good game. But as for us viewers, we like action, just action,
Just
action,
slay
action.
the enemy, man. That's what we
Yeah.
want to see.
You know, go get them.
I definitely feel that. So Lycan and Brewmaster are not going to be seen this game. EG going to take out Brewmaster while Lycan is banned out by skill difference. And I hope you're right, man. I hope they do pick some kind of team fight composition and just go balls to the wall aggression, man. That's what I'm hoping for. Brood also going to be taken out. Maybe they were watching the stream last game. Don't want to have to deal with the Bulba Brood. And Invoker
Yeah,
also not going to be seen this game.
that's kind of like in favorable of EG, considering teams watch, like the other, how they played the previous game, so they know what type of bans to ban against them. So if you haven't watched the game or even played against them, you don't know
Right.
what they're capable of. So they don't have that big surprise element.
Yeah, two of the heroes that EG picked last game are going to be just banned out by skill difference. So Broodmother and Leshrac both going to be taken out. And Radiant have first pick this game, as always, and pretty much, I think, every single tournament, barring server discrepancies.
I'm going to take a stab. If EG don't ban... Actually, I might not mention it.
Oh, come on. I make myself look like a fool all the time. You can do it once.
Alright, the later will probably pick up Darkseer here.
All right. Well, Furion is not going to be seen here, so they do have the opportunity to take it if they want to. Darkseer are typically seen banned more by the Russian teams, but obviously very powerful hero nonetheless. And it's going to be Windrunner, man, so I don't know. Might have to get a new co-caster. Obviously, just
They
kidding.
proved me wrong.
Hey, man, I got proved wrong twice in a row in the same draft last game. I think you'll be all right. People in the chat saying new co-caster, please. Let's be nice. Come on. Snoopy's awesome. You're all lucky to have him here. Shame on you for flaming him. And we're going to wait to see what the response is from EG. And now taking a Windrunner very first pick. I know a lot of teams don't necessarily value her that high, but what is your personal opinion on something like that?
Uh, she's really good of a hero. She's too good, I guess. She's similar to like Panda, where she's effective all game.
Wow, and we're going to see Venomancer Vengeful Spirit taken up by EG straight away. Haven't seen
Uh,
Darkseer yet.
they might want to run Chen or Enchant as their last pick, as their third pick, by the looks of it.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Chen and Enchantress both still in the pool at this point. Don't typically see that. Most often than not, you see them banned out or picked in the first picking phase, which it's not over yet. Halfway done. We will see how Skill Difference decides to answer these two picks coming out from EG. Hopefully in just a couple of seconds here. Eating into some bonus time, but not too bad. But after seeing VS and knowing EG is a team that has a Beastmaster player, would you expect them to pick that up as well and just go with the double aura synergy and maybe look to pick up kind of a semi-carry? Or do you
Well, if
feel
they
as
get
though...
if they get Chen, they can go just the full aura with BM Chen, and then +1.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't really matter which carry you run at the end. You just pick a carry that's good against their lineup, and it will just work out just because of the auras.
Yeah, and the way that EG picked left them very open-ended too. I mean, there's just so many things they could do at this point, depending on how these next two picks form up for skill difference. And they're going to take Queen of Pain pretty early, so I'm not sure if that's a hero that they're necessarily very comfortable on, and they just feel like they can run against teams, no matter what kind of situation. I mean, she is pretty strong, but already with the VS out, and they're going to take Crystal Maiden too, so pretty much securing either the long laner or the mid and a dedicated support for sure, and Night Stalker is going to be picked, I would assume, just as a direct counter to that. I mean, Queen of Pain, obviously a very good hero, but Night Stalker is one of those anti-mobility heroes. He runs insanely fast during night, as most, I'm sure, people watching do know. And he has an 8-second silence, which is pretty big deal when basically your only survivability is the fact that you can blink in and out of team fights. But what do you think so far, man? Is this kind of shaping up how you had imagined, or is it just kind of...
Yeah, it's definitely shaping up to team fight orientated. They still have a lot of options here, what they can do for EG. It's more favorable for EG.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the lane so far, I mean, with a Woodrunner pickup, you can kind of say, well, that hero's likely going to be long lane. And then the Queen of Pain in that case would be taking mid. So at the very least, they're going to have to pick a jungler or a defensive trailing at this point, depending on how the picks come out from EG. And Tide, Earthshaker going to be banned along with Darkseer and Lone Druid. So it looks like skill difference is going to be taking out Darkseer themselves rather than picking it. I think they still could have fit it into their lineup somehow. And they do have first pick coming out of the second ban phase. So that's a little bit strange, honestly. Maybe they're just thinking of something else.
I think what they banned there is just for the bottom lane, the suicide.
Yeah. Yeah, but they had first pick after the second ban phase, so do you think that it was still worth banning in that case? Do you think they value something that much over being able to get a Darkseer in this situation? Because I still feel like he's strong against the current 3 that EG have right now.
He's definitely good still, like with the synergy with Queen of Pain, just the vacuum and the ulti together.
Right.
Like they definitely could have ran it as well.
Yeah, I mean, then you have CM2 and Shackle and Power Shot. I thought it would have been pretty decent, but they're going to go with Enigma instead, so that's going to be their dedicated jungler for sure. Lane's kind of shaping up for them so far. EG still looking to pick up 2 more to round out their lineup. And Earthshaker is a hero that we really haven't seen much play recently, not even banned that much either. A bit interesting. It's going to be seen for the second game in a row out of EG today.
You know what would be an interesting pick if AJ picked that up against this lineup? I don't know if they think along the same lines, but if they pick up like a silence stick hero, like I'm thinking Clinks along these lines against this lineup especially, then they have 2 silence, and that kind of forces Enigma and Queen of Pain to get that really, really early BKB if they were actually were able to do anything in a fight.
Right. Well, I know Fear has played Clinks before. I know the EGs actually ran Clinks, but it's been a while. So I'm not sure if they still have that in their arsenal or if Fear is comfortable doing it. But at the very least, we're going to find out here in just a couple of seconds. And wow, last pick Animage into a team who already has AA and Night Stalker. That seems a bit risky to me. I mean, I think that AA Ultimate's a pretty sizable counter in the fact that once you get to a certain threshold of HP, you simply die, so there's no mitigation of damage right there. And Bounty Hunter is going to be the last pick from EG, so both sides looking a little bit aggressive here, and this Animage is going to be pretty much the make or break point, I would say, for Skill Difference's team at this point.
Yeah, I think they're going to run the Bounty Hunter just in the Suicide lane, and then they're going to dominate the other 2 lanes. I think putting VS and... Well, I don't know. I think VS and Veno mid will probably be better off against the Queen of Pain. And then put the... Actually, no. You can put AA and Night Stalker mid. That would be better, actually. So VS and Veno is really good against Enigma or Windrunner if they were to Suicide one or the other top.
Yep, definitely a possibility. And, of course, it would not be North American Dota without a pause. So we will be getting into this game in just a second. But while we have the time, let's go over the players really fast. Once again, Tides of Time going to be ringing on this Venomancer universe, taking up the reins on Vengeful Spirit Demon, going to be playing the Night Stalker Fear on Bounty Hunter, and finally Bulb running out EG's lineup, going to be playing Ancient Apparition. Then for skill difference, we have Kia on Windrunner, Dilated Mind on Queen of Pain, Zeb going to be playing Crystal Maiden, Annihilate on Anti-Mage, and finally, WSLK going to be stuck in the trees over here as Enigma. And hopefully nothing too crazy happened. I hope we can get this game underway a little bit faster than last one. I think we sat around for, what, like 5 or 10 minutes or so?
About 5 minutes.
So, not really sure what the problem is. I don't think anyone said anything, but hopefully everything is A-OK. And yeah, seeing Bulba AA, you kind of wonder if that's going to be a mid-AA. Somebody brought it up in the chat, but I suppose the dual lanes are still possible. And it really can just be attributed to the fact that EG's players are all very flexible. They can do multiple roles. So whenever you see a hero from a team, like in some cases you see something like Dendi from Navi, you'd be like, oh, Dendi's going mid. Just, you know, flat out. But EG is not that kind of team. They can run a lot of stuff in a lot of different places. And I haven't seen as many games from skill difference, so I am wondering how they are going to lane this themselves. I mean, obviously the CM is going to be with AM. It's pretty much a no-brainer.
I think they're just going to do the typical lane by the looks of it. They can change it into Windrunner and CM support and Enigma top. Just get XP, but Queen of Pain's definitely going to be mid.
All right, well, hopefully we can get the game going in just a second. Once again, if you guys are just joining us, this is Skill Difference taking on EG for the Prodota2 World League. This is the American bracket. I am Draskyl, and co-casting with me is my good friend Snoopy from Absolute Legends. He's the captain and drafter. Once again, glad to have you here.
Glad to be here.
And shout out to all the viewers for watching. We did lose quite a few because I went offline. I really didn't think we had a second game today. I was almost positive, actually, that both the games were moved. But we are going to be having a second EG game to cast, so more stuff for you guys to check out. Also, feel free to follow me on this channel if you like. I will be casting here quite a bit in the future. And also follow me on Twitter at Draskyl if you'd like. Do you have anything you want to plug, man? Like, I always do it, but I didn't ask you, so.
Not really.
Okay, well.
Probably shout out to like my sponsors.
Yeah.
Absolute Legend, Razor, Special Tech. And friends who support me and watch me at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning for my matches.
I am one of those people, by the way.
Yeah, but you're on a different time zone, dude.
Yeah.
It's unfair.
It's not unfair, man. It's the thought that counts, okay? It's the thought.
Okay.
So we got some chat going on here. AM wondering what the holdup is, and apparently Demon is AFK. Not really sure what is going on here. By the way, if anybody has anything they want to ask Snoopy or myself in chat, feel free to just fire away. We're not really doing anything anyway. Can't really theorize any more than we already have on lanes. Anything that's not a troll, I'm sure either of us will be more than happy to answer for you.
You know what will be interesting?
What's that?
If they actually just pulled the AM to go mid, and then put like Enigma, CM, and Windrunner in the tri-lane top or something.
That would be a total, like, mind game. Like, what do you even do to react to that? I mean, we talked about the Enigma tri-lane before, right? Like, you guys
Yeah.
got caught off guard by one of the Chinese teams who ran that against you, and you were like, what the heck is going on in it? I don't actually think it won in the game, but it was definitely strange.
It was really strange.
But we're going to be seeing a Night Stalker tri-lane coming out from EG, so Venomancer, Vengeful Spirit, and Night Stalker all making their way bottom, going up against this Anti-Mage, still waiting to see if it's going to be a respective tri-lane, well, I guess a dual lane and jungler from skill difference, and Enigma does look like he will be jungling on the Radiant side and not going top lane, so we're going to have Windrunner soloing top against what looks like to be a Bounty Hunter. Like you said, he's going to be solo, but not in the long lane this game, just going to be soloing top.
Yeah, I don't think these lanes really pay off for them, to be honest.
For EG, you mean?
For EG, yeah.
Oh, and Universe is going to take a tower shot right there. Want to catch that AM out, but...
Because they definitely could catch up in gold just with the BH factor, and they had the heroes to kind of shut down the rest of the other lanes. And then focus on the AM a bit later. Not when he gets relatively too big. Like, just say when he's got like one piece or something towards his first core item. Then they can just focus on that.
Right. Well, we're going to find out one way or the other. We're going to have a dual lane versus a tri-lane, so CM-AM taking on the VS, Venomancer, and Night Stalker tri-lane. Something you don't... Well, I guess we've seen it before, but not super common anymore. Top lane, we're going to have Bounty Hunter taking on that Windrunner. Fear currently sitting in stealth right now. Going to pop out and throw out some auto attacks onto Kia. Doing quite a bit of damage, actually. Just trying to force him out of the lane. He's not going to Windrun. Takes about half his health away. So that was definitely pretty good. Illusions being really annoying to WSLK in the woods. Actually forced to run to the tower. And really nice blocking. And did I really just miss first blood? Huge dive into the second tier tower onto the Crystal Maiden. So getting completely caught out there. I was not paying attention to the jungle. Too busy watching Illusions, I guess. So my bad. And now we're going to have more roaming in this jungle. Vengeful Spirit and VS going to find WSLK. He has no vision to the high ground. There's a stun. Here comes the Gale coming from Tides, and that's going to be pretty much another quick kill, I would imagine. WSLK trying to walk his way out of here, but man, that Gale lasts so long. He had his minions out, but couldn't quite deny himself. And now Dilated wants to come in here too. No mana for the Comet, about 5 mana short. Gale not quite off cooldown. Those conversions doing a little bit of damage, but ultimately not going to do anything much. And now Enigma and the CM are both really far behind. And 1v1 situation, I don't think Demon's going to be very scared of an AM necessarily. I mean, neither of these heroes can really kill each other at this early stage. Going to see more roaming by EG. VS and Venomancer are making their way back to the bottom lane. Demon's still farming up down here. Annihilate doing what he can to get his own farm. Not really too much of a difference in creeps so far. It's only 2 minutes into the game. CM playing this very defensively now. He's like, you know what? I don't want to get caught again. It's pretty dangerous. Basically, if he gets hit by a spell, I would imagine he's dead. They do technically have a triple nuke lineup down here as well. And as the game goes on, like I said, I feel like this is the lane that's going to make or break the game for both teams. I mean, Bounty Hunter is probably going to get more out of this solo lane than I would imagine a Windrunner would. Especially with that early track, he can kind of be a bit more of a boon for his team earlier. Going to see Nova go off to do some harassment. But go ahead, man. You haven't said anything in a while. What do you think?
I think, considering the start that they have in the lane right now, like, Enigma can just go top.
Right.
And he'll be fine there. And Windrunner can go bottom and support the AM. Because if they're considering to protect the AM, they might as well just full protect him and react to, having another range down bottom. to
Ooh,
support
stun going off on a
the
Crystal
AM.
Maiden. The Gale's going to be coming out here in just a second. There it is, finally coming out from Tides. Blink in from Annihilate, though. Nice blocking. Stops the vision, but he's going to go down anyway. VS goes around the side, gives vision for the Void, and Night Stalker is going to get the kill. So that was a nice attempt to play right there by the AM, but EG just in too good of a position. That KO once again lasting for so long, man. And now it is currently 0-3 in favor of EG at this point. See some cold feet going off onto the Queen of Pain. Going to be forced back there. Also, Haste Rune bottled up on this AA as well. And I want to see, actually, how that lineup is looking right now. So it's going to be 6-0 for Dilated and 16-10 for AA. So he is completely dominating this middle lane. That is honestly surprising that it's that big of a discrepancy. Dilated needs to be careful not to get frozen. He does get frozen, but Bulba going to be forced back here. Pops the Haste Rune. Going to go ahead and just use it to heal up, though. Waiting for that Shadow Strike to wear off. I think it is not. Actually, it's not level 2, so doesn't even really matter.
I think the Lated hasn't played against AA in mid.
Mm-hmm.
Because what you can do is every time he cold feeds you, you can just blink towards him and then just Shadow Poison and then harass.
Yeah.
And it's more favorable trade for you than the AA. Because AA has no escape mechanism or anything. He's relying on the cold feet for purely harass.
Yeah, he's got 2 runes in a row, though. Nightlight taking a lot of damage. Gets silenced before the blink animation goes off. And he's going to drop there. Really nice timing from EG. Nightlight getting a bit over-aggressive, wanting that extra creep kill. It's going to cost him his life. So 4-0 in favor of EG at the 5-minute mark. This game is painted a completely different color than the last one we saw. A lot of kills going on early in this tri-lane pretty much entirely. And nice roaming done by EG supports as well. They're just taking the creeps away from this Enigma, too. We can see CM running through the woods right here with WSLK, and they're like, well, we don't really know what we can do, so I guess I'm going to try to help the Enigma farm at this point. And honestly, it's not a bad choice, considering the fact that VS and Venomancer are both just running down here and just killing people over and over again. But with the kind of lineup that Skill Difference has, the AM only has 8 CS, man, at 5 minutes. That is so low. 26 on Demon. He also has 2 kills, 22 on Fear. Windrunner is only 13-0. So honestly, Fear is winning this lane pretty badly top. Even more than I honestly expected. Do you think Bounty's just that good against a Windrunner, or is this just Fear playing?
Just the early harass. You can't...
Oh, it is the first nighttime. WSLK is going to get caught in the woods. Where's the Void? There it is. Finally gets frozen in place, but I don't think that Enigma is going to make it out of here. There's the follow-up stun coming out from Universe. Going to be more than enough to secure him that kill. Now AG is going to go ahead and run back to the tower, so first night coming at a pretty opportune time. Allowing yet another kill in favor of EG, and this tri-lane is just, well, not really a tri-lane, but a very defensive lane, I would say. Not working out too well for Skill Difference at this point. Going to see an A ultimate coming top here, too. The track did finally wear off, and now he's going to eat the A ultimate. Where is the shuriken? He doesn't even have it, but he's going to drop to the dot damage anyway from the Ice Blast. So Bulba picking up that kill. That means he does get experience, too, as Snoopy had brought up in the previous game. And EG just seems to be winning everything everywhere. Like, this is a start that you really don't want to have if you're Skill Difference, especially against heroes like Night Stalker and Bounty Hunter, who have that ridiculous snowball effect. I mean, already Treads and Urn picked up on Demon, and he's just going to tower dive Zeb right here. 1100 HP. I mean, what can he do? He's going to get voided here. There's the Urn. Gale's going to make contact as well, and that's going to be a killing spree for Demon, and absolutely no reaction coming out from Skill Difference so far. So 0-7 at the 7-minute mark. Annihilate's just sitting really far in the woods right here, level 5, and I believe he's getting stats. Yeah, he's got 2 ranks of stats, so he's 1-1-1 with 2 into stats for the extra HP early on. So what do you think of that build, by the way? Do you think that's okay in this situation, or would you like to have seen him get something else?
I don't know. There's been, like, a few things about it here and there. Like, with this build, it's more effective if you actually get that early Battle Fury. But because you're not getting that early Battle Fury anymore, I don't think it's really that good.
Ooh, Demon's looking for Enigma here. Gonna get massively blocked by those creeps, and Dilated's here as well. Only level 5. Oh, man. AA's almost level 8. That is a 2-level discrepancy, basically. I mean, they're both about to hit their level anyway. Now we're going to see another Void go off. Shadow Strike will hit, but the Scream does not hit Demon, and now Universe is going to be forced away here. WSLK not quite going back in. Doesn't want to risk dropping to that Night Stalker. Now Night Stalker just going to go top, man. A Ultimate once again hitting Windrunner, and now she's in a lot of trouble. One auto attack, and he runs in to secure the kill for his team. That is 0-8, man. And this is really just not looking favorable for skill difference at all in any way. Going to see some Shadow Strike harassment damage going off. But taking a look at the gold really quick, yeah, already over 4,000 before the 9-minute mark. Over 5,000 experience, man. That is absolutely massive. We're going to go off on the Dilated, going to immediately pop the TP. Nice timing, but it's not going to be enough. VS comes in from the back, throws out the Magic Missile to stop the TP and give Demon the kill. So a nice attempt right there. I'm not sure if he saw VS or not. I don't know if she was far away enough. It is nighttime. But this is looking pretty ugly, man. Pretty ugly. His bottom tower also taking quite a bit of damage. Looking pretty shoddy at this point. Plague Wards trying to whittle it down here little by little, and Ultimate going to come bottom two. Ooh, if he stands still, that's going to hit him, but I don't think it's going to actually kill him. He gets clipped by the Gale, though. Gonna have to wait to see if it's going to kill him. I think it will, actually.
It's not.
It's going to wear off. Okay. Yeah, it's going to wear off before the other tick. And while we were watching that, it looks like Night Stalker secures another kill on this Windrunner, so EG just all over the map, man, picking up kills everywhere. And now middle lane, we finally have some action that could be in favor of skill difference. Finally, is Bulba going to die to that Shadow Strike? No, he's not, bottling through it. And there is a tower dead bottom lane as well while this team fight was happening mid. So 3 people committed to this. Couldn't even get the AA, one of the weaker heroes. Only 800 HP, still couldn't finish him. And we're going to have another pause.
It's nothing much they can really do now, considering they didn't react quick enough after the first 2 kills. Because there was a point where Windrunner didn't even get EXP up top. He was playing really passive for like a minute. Like, Windrunner could have came bottom to help.
Oh my god. Bounty is level 9, and Windrunner is level 5. That is absolutely massive. Invis is going to be bottled up by Queen of Pain, so that's definitely something that's going to help him. But with the track, I mean, what are you going to do? And now Zeb is trying to run away, man. He doesn't have boots. This is just mean. That was just mean. Ice Blast and the Void going to be enough to secure Bulba that kill. AA almost level 9 himself, and now Annihilate's going to be forced to blink out of here. Comes Night Stalker. That Invis is going to immediately remove that smoke from Universe. Going to see defensive TP coming in here from Enigma, maybe looking to try to fight. Only 2 from EG in their woods at this point with the bottom lane, too. We're going to see a Shadow Strike onto Tides. The Gale does go off, manages to hit Queen of Pain. Now Dilate looking to chase right here. And there's the Mana Void. Can they actually pick up this kill? But here comes EG from the side, throwing off the Void onto Annihilate. Now he's going to Magic Wand up. There's the follow-up stun, and he doesn't even get a chance to blink. No silence necessary. Oh, nice power shot snipe, though, from Kia. Shackles Demon to the tree, and now going to be on the retreat. Another A ultimate going to be coming off into WSLK. It is going to clip him, and Demon will pick up that kill. And now Zeb got hit by it as well, so he is going to evaporate, and that is 1-14. Shout out to Kia for getting the 1 kill on his team with that power shot snipe. And this game is looking, I would honestly just say, over at this point.
I could say it's over as well, but I wouldn't like to say that. It's more like grim, very grim for them.
Well, I mean, looking at the gold, almost 10,000 in favor of EG at less than 12 minutes, over 10,000 experience. I mean, they lost a tower too, top lane. Fear was up there the whole time. That was a 4v5, honestly. Now we're going to have another dive onto Annihilate. Can they get the Void off in time? He is trying to silence right now. There goes the silence. A ultimate is going to be coming from the back. There's the Earn 2. Nice dodge, though, on the A ultimate. Can he blink out in time? He does get over the ledge. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain does pick up the kill, but he blinks right into Fear, who chops him with that Janata and does pick up the kill. Now Cold Feet going off onto Enigma. Big combination of burst going onto Bulba. He's going to be forced back here. Another nice shackle from Kia, latching Demon to the tree. And now we see Dilated taking 2 hit right there. And the single-man black hole onto Demon. Not even going to kill him. Daytime comes around, but Demon does not care. He is currently godlike. Fear also managing to pick up a triple kill, just annihilating the rest of skill difference. And I think pretty much everyone just died right there from skill difference. 2 to 19. Annihilate comes back in. There's the Mana Void. Manages to take out Bulba. Now he wants to chase onto Demon. Urn's going to be popped, though. He can't fight this, man. There's no mana left. He's not going to do any damage. He's taken so much. The silence is going to last a couple more seconds. He needs to blink out of here. Can't even chase. 20% health. Night Stalker too strong. Here comes Queen of Pain, though, with the Scream and Shadow Strike. Bulba will buy back, and he tried to deny. Nice deny attempt by Universe, but doesn't manage to get it. He just does no damage.
Watch this snipe. Watch this snipe.
Oh, here it comes. It's going into the well. Is it going to manage to hit him? Hey, he's going to hit it. Oh, I don't think it's enough damage, though. I think he's going to be able to barely live through that. And, yep, he's going to be just fine. Nice attempt, though, buying back to try to pick off the AM 4 to 20 at the 13-minute mark, favoring EG at this point. Spray going to be going off onto Kia, followed by the ultimate, so Tides wanting to try to pick himself up a kill here. Windrunner is used. There's a nice follow-up shackle, though. Kia might end up paying with his life. He does have that Gale still, and he will go down. So trading a 1-for-1 Venomancer for Windrunner. But honestly, I think at this point, Venomancer is going to be A-okay with that, considering EG is currently pushing this first-tier tower mid. And apparently my phone alarm went off, so my bad. Go ahead and silence that. But what were you going to say, man?
I didn't say anything.
I thought you were going to say something. I thought I heard you, like, try to say something and then not talk because I was talking. But I was curious if you had anything to add. So right now, looking at Animage, I mean, I'll be honest. I've seen more farmed Animages at 14 minutes. I mean, I'm not trying to pick on anyone, but this is a pretty one-sided game so far. I mean, looking at the experience and goal graph. Ooh, Annihilate's going to get caught here. Bounty's here, too. There's a NEODotA, and he tracks him as well, so blinking into the side. And there's a Shuriken to stop the TP. Here comes the A ultimate. Not even going to be needed, though, as Fear will get that mega kill. So go ahead, man.
Yeah, this is what happens when you don't react after considering the start that they had. They just shut down the AM early over and over and over again.
Oh, man. Windrunner living life on the edge. I got this, he says. Going into Demon, he does hit the shackle, but the entirety of EG is currently in his woods. I think he's kind of just trolling here.
Trolling.
Yeah, he's going to be found out by Venomancer. There's the track. Some auto attack damage, and Demon will pick up that kill with a Void. And now mid, they're going to be going on Dilated as well. Universe really wants to go on this. Blink across the river, though, going to be enough to get Queen of Pain out of trouble. And oh dear, man. Oh dear, that's all I have to say. They're going to be sitting here mid. He does have his Ogre Club with... Ooh, and now they're going to go on Dilated Mind once again. Gale still makes contact. He gets the track off just in time, using the ward to block the pathing. Makes him turn around, which will result in a kill. Nice play by Tides of Time right there. You can see an A ultimate going off into the well, but no one's really alive or even within range to die from it. So Fear's going to find WSLK here, and Bulba is there as well. There's the Cold Feet and Medallion used, along with the Wave of Terror. Maybe looking to try to get a kill steal for the support money, but double kill for the Venomancer instead, who already has his Mechanism and Arcane Boots. Cold Feet from the high ground. Ooh, and a swap back in. It's going to freeze him in place. And that is a very, very dead Windrunner. Currently 5 to 26 at the 16-minute mark, and they're going to be looking to pressure this second-tier tower middle.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I would honestly expect to see GG's coming out sometime soon, man. I don't know if my morale can take much more of this. That A ultimate does just barely clip Zeb, and he's going to go down. Nice combination from Dilated Mind. Manages to get VS and Venomancer both very low, but not quite enough to kill. And now we see a deny attempt is going to be successful, though. Bulba assisting. They just want to kill their teammate. Tides of Time not going to live through that one. That was definitely a little bit of BM going on right there. I doubt he would have died to the level 1 Shadow Strike.
I wonder what's the record for, like, the 20-minute mark gold difference.
I think I've seen 30,000 gold difference at 30 minutes, but for 20, I have no idea. Because right now, we're looking at almost a 20,000 gold difference at 17 minutes. Another track going off on a Kia in the woods. Going to secure Demon a kill. That's even more of a gold difference right now. And they still got towers up to kill, too. GG Korok, I don't even know what that means. And that's going to be it, man. So game over. 17-minute game. And skill difference, maybe they just drafted it wrong. Maybe they laned it wrong. Not bringing their A game yet today. It's going to be it,
They
though.
bring their A games to the scrims. I know that for sure.
Well, unfortunate that they couldn't make it happen on more of a public setting. Definitely don't want to see
Radiant's top
lopsided
tower
games like this. You want everyone in North American Dota to do well, especially being a North American Dota player myself. But that's going to be it, guys. That was Game 2, and for sure the last game of the day. I am sure this time we're not going to have another restream of a third game that EG has, so at the very least you can take consolation in that. And I couldn't have done it without you guys, so once again, shout out to the viewers. Snoopy was joining me today, casting with me. Very nice to have you here, as always. If you guys want to find more of my cast, you can find it on the NEODotA channel, or you can find it on my personal stream, which is twitch.tv/Draskyl with 2 L's.
is under attack.
And you can also follow me at Draskyl. But that's going to do it for today. You got anything left before we sign off, man?
Nah, that'll be all for today.
All for today. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys once again for watching very, very much. See you at the International 2 Draskyl. I wish, man. It would be very cool if I could go to that, but I don't think I will be getting an invite, although I would be pretty ecstatic if I did. But we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Got a nap to take before Diablo 3 is released. Stoked for that, too. So I will see you guys next time.
Goes the Burrow into the FB, and that is a huge hit.